So with the release of Bayonetta as part of the roster for Smash Bros. 4, I was told by several people to play through the Bayonetta games. Before I buy any game, I like to do a little bit of research. I don't like to go outside. I don't like people asking me a bunch of questions. And GameStop people are really pushy about selling disc insurance or whatever. I tried to work there once. They told me they didn't want me because they were afraid I'd scare off customers. Anyway, the scores seem to indicate that Bayonetta was pretty good. From the opening scene, you can kinda tell what sort of game you're in for. A visual spectacle, for sure, but dumb, pointless, over-the-top combat that has no real challenge or value. And don't think I don't like this game because it offends me or something. Though I don't really understand this fascination with softcore porn or whatever you want to call it. People do know that there's like actual porn for free on the internet, right? If you don't like real humans, there's artists who draw video game characters, including Bayonetta, including her panther form. Anyway, the story is that you're some kind of witch. You have demon summoning powers, and you can slow time for some reason. But other than that, the story of this game is a complete mess. There's something about a gym, an old girl, and this guy. I think his name is Felix, I don't remember. And something about time travel, and then they make you into eyes for the statue, and then the devil punches God into the sun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Even going through this game a second time to get footage, I still had no idea what was going on. This kind of storytelling is pretty standard for anime and JRPGs, and by that I mean nothing makes any sense and the ending leaves more questions than answers. But you know, games aren't always about story. What about the gameplay? Well, I like the combat in Bayonetta, it's fun. But being fun is the bare minimum that a game needs to be to achieve an average score. The truth is, this game doesn't really do anything different than any other game in its genre. It seems to boast a robust combo system, but it's all pretty much pointless. Actually trying to do some of the more complicated combos is way less effective than just mashing buttons. I got through the entire game with just one combo. Okay, ready for it? It's XXX, XXX. That's it. I'm sure there are some other combos that do more damage or execute faster, but you don't need them. And then there's this move. You'll never use it. But the biggest problem for me is that the whole game is a giant hallway. I don't remember any real open areas with branching pathways or anything like that. Usually it's just clearing out enemies between point A and point B. Sometimes there's like a little nook or closet, but it's just pointlessness in it. After a few hours in, it was kind of hard to care about the game anymore. With easy combat, boring levels, and a story I couldn't really follow, the only thing left was trying to get a high score so I get these little trophies. Maybe the trophies unlock something, I don't know. But the game told me to fuck off. You can do really well on an entire level, and then die once or twice to a quick time event that you didn't even know was coming. Basically turning your score to shit. This pissed me off so fucking much you don't even know. My worst single moments of this game were the few segments that just went on too long. Specifically the driving portions and the bullet hell simulator thing. Boring, easy, mindless gameplay. It was pretty obvious to me that the devs only put these sections in because they needed some padding to reach the mandatory 8 hours or whatever. At some point, I think devs are gonna realize that people would rather play a good short game than a long fucking terrible one. There has to be some good in the game though, right? Sure, it does have good visuals and epic boss design. Some of the boss battles were really stunning. But of course, they come with their own set of problems. Sometimes the camera is so disorienting that when you're climbing on these giant monsters, you don't even know what's going on or what you're supposed to be doing. If you just mash the X button, then it usually works. So I would give Bayonetta a 5 out of 10. It's pretty average, falling short in a few areas, but making up for it by doing a little better in others. Primarily the visuals. It's fairly obvious that the devs ran out of money or time or whatever. Half the cutscenes aren't even finished. Yes, I'm aware that this is kind of a low-budget game. I'm not saying that it's a bad game, I'm saying it's overrated. It has a high score and gets lots of praise for some reason, but in reality, it's just incredibly average. It really does beg the question, if everything is kind of mundane about this game, why do people like it so much? I looked through some of the written reviews on Metacritic. I couldn't really find a good answer. I seem to be immune, for various reasons, to whatever charm this game has over people. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think many people ever even played it. Anyway, I'm Kothorix, and have a wonderful day.